You are listening to KSG Podcast. This is a short, crisp, concise, exam-oriented, edited editorial for civil services aspirants. More women than men in India. This is what we are going to talk about in this podcast. Source for the content is Tausif Shahidi's article for Mint. India has 1020 females per 1000 males, according to the latest round of National Family Health Survey, that is NFHS 2019 to 2021. Mint delves into the data to understand the larger implications of such a skew towards women in the sex ratio. Are the findings of the survey surprising? Caution is in order while reading the latest sex ratio number. India's projected population was 1.29 billion in 2016. If sex ratio were to be 991, as estimated by NFHS 2015 to 2016, the population would then have comprised 643 million women and 649 million men. For a projected population of 1.36 billion in 2021, with a sex ratio of 1020, there would be 688 million women and 675 million men. Such a breakup means a near double rise in the population of women against that of men in the last 5 years, that is 45 million women vis-a-vis 26 million men. The difference seems huge even after factoring in differing death rates of the sexes. NFHS, while being a large-scale survey that covered roughly 650,000 households in the latest round across states, has consistently overestimated sex ratio compared with population census. In 2005 to 2006, NFHS reckoned the sex ratio at 1:1, whereas Census 2011 revealed it to be 943 females per 1,000 males. NFHS estimate, after exhibiting progress between 1998 to 1999 and 2005 to 2006, fell again in 2015 to 2016. The good news is that census data has shown a steady rise in sex ratio for the last 3 decades. Population experts suggest COVID-related migrant flows may have influenced NFHS findings. As many as 30 out of 36 states and the Union Territories showed improved sex ratios from 2015 to 2016. 23 states reported sex ratio greater than 1,000 in the latest NFHS study. Despite this remarkable progress, there is a significant regional disparity as witnessed historically, with southern states being the leaders and northwestern states being the laggards. Now, did Beti Bachao Beti Padhao make a dent? Beti Bachao Beti Padhao, that is BBBP, was launched in 2015 to improve the declining child sex ratio, that is CSR, that is girls per 1,000 boys in 0 to 6 years. Sex ratio at birth, estimated by NFHS, can be an imperfect proxy for CSR. Among the states with low SRB, Delhi, Haryana and Punjab showed marked improvements, whereas Rajasthan stagnated in the last 5 years. These states also had a larger representation in the districts targeted under first and second phase of BBBP. So does this mean more women in workforce? No. Over the last 2 decades, India has slipped on the labor force participation rate of females above 15 years despite an improving sex ratio. From 38% in 2001, LFPR of females has fallen to 26% in 2020, World Bank data shows. These fares poorly against 78% LFPR of males in India. A key reason for this gap is a higher participation rate for Indian women than for men in unpaid domestic duties. For India to shed its missing women tag, it must invest in policies to ensure women are not missing in the workforce. That's it for this podcast. Thank you so much for listening. To join KSG India courses and to crack the ICE exam, visit ksgindia.com. You can also get a PDF of this podcast on ksgindia.com.